by more strong earnings ahead of the opening bell from Goodyear, GlaxoSmithKline, Altria, General Dynamics, and more. Right now, the Dow is up 116. The NASDAQ up by 11. Two tech stocks, though, having a big impact on the market. Shares of Twitter right now down 14%. It topped earnings forecast last quarter, but it disappointed investors on the number of active monthly users and user growth. And shares of Yelp, the restaurant review app, plunging today, right now down 26% after posing a surprise loss last quarter. And pending home sales, deals that have been agreed upon but not yet finalized, dipping 2% lower in June, but that's coming off a 9-year high in May. I'm Tom Busby, CNBC.
Have you had trouble with online dating? This is eHarmony founder Dr. Neil Clark Warren. We've created a new solution, EH+. EH Plus combines the personal attention of a matchmaker with eHarmony's extensive pool of great singles. EH Plus gives you hand-selected matches and freedom from being online. Get started today. Call 855-930-LOVE. That's 855-930-LOVE.
Every summer we go to Canyon Woods. Love getting outside. Love the hiking. Hate the itching and irritation from poison ivy, bug bites, all the things that keep me inside. So I need something strong.
Cortisone 10 Intensive Healing is clinically proven with the strongest non-prescription itch medicine available for fast, long-lasting relief of itching and irritation with 7 moisturizers to help heal skin.
I finally have the relief I need.
Hey, Jan, check this out.
On my way.
Cortisone 10. Feel the heal.
So, you've moved and you've got a lot of things you don't need anymore. Where are you going to turn? Nope, not them. But a new, cool, and innovative way to sell your unwanted stuff online waiting for you at buysellmakeoffer.com. Buy, Sell, Make Offer is exactly what you do. There are positively no fees whatsoever, but there are 4 different monthly memberships to choose from. Skype is available with each. So cool.
Yep.
And there's a 60-day free trial membership to launch your very own store online. Buysellmakeoffer.com could be the next big thing.
Oh, yeah!
Good news is it's already here. Sign up today. Go to buysellmakeoffer.com right now and see what the buzz is all about.
And good afternoon, 12:02. I'm Di Rice with the only live local news in the Inland Empire on KCAA 1050 AM. An afternoon slaying drew homicide detectives to a residential neighborhood in northwest Moreno Valley. Though investigators released virtually no details, deputies were summoned to an assault at 3:30 yesterday afternoon along Miners Trail near Cold Springs, south of Gateway Park in the Sunnymead Ranch area of Moreno Valley. As of last night, no information was available on who was killed or the circumstances surrounding the incident, but deputies are not searching for the suspect. And an early morning crash was blocking the carpool lane of the westbound 91 freeway this morning just before Magnolia in Riverside. The crash occurred at 4:53 when a driver reportedly fell asleep at the wheel. The driver was able to communicate with officials. He lost a wheel in the incident, though. Meantime, last night, 2 vehicles collided at the intersection of Brockton and Harupa Avenues, also in Riverside. The driver of a Chevy Tahoe T-boned a Toyota Prius, knocking down a signal light pole. The driver of the Tahoe was arrested for investigation of felony intoxicated driving and endangering 3 children who were passengers in the vehicle. The driver in the Prius is believed to have suffered from a broken collarbone. And people who own residential or business property in Riverside County have until August 3rd to file for unclaimed property tax refunds. After August 3rd, any unclaimed money shifts to the general fund and can no longer be claimed. There were over 1,200 refunds waiting to be claimed, totaling over $2 million. Filing instructions and a list of all unclaimed property tax refunds from 2010 and prior are available on the county treasurer's website. All you need to do is Google Riverside County Treasurer, unclaimed property taxes. But remember, the 3rd is Monday, so if you're curious about that, get busy today. Looking at Inland Empire weather, we have a possibility of some thunderstorms today through tomorrow evening, and highs today into the mid to upper 70s, both today and tomorrow, actually. Right now, we are at 90 degrees here in San Bernardino. Looking at your drive, Not looking too bad out there, though. In Chino, there is an accident blocking the left lane of the 60 westbound just past Ramona Avenue. Stop and go traffic, you've got that from Grove Avenue. Accident through Riverside, 91 eastbound approaching Van Buren and Arlington. And that's got the two left lanes blocked. Traffic is jammed from before Tyler Street. That is the very latest with news, weather, and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind, KCAA 1050 AM.
Hi, this is Cynthia Hammer. Listen to my show, Hammering Away, Saturday at 7 p.m. on KCAA 1050 AM, where we cool down the hot topics of the week.
Ramsey Show. Sacrifice, determination.
You can be intentional about your character, your work ethic.
You've got to be on the same page.
Today we're calling to let you know we are debt-free, house and everything.
You have done really, really, really good. And you're not going to quit now.
It's been a huge witness for us to be able to share that.
It was time to get serious.
Intentionality, people. Celebrate the success.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
This is your show, America.
If I knew at 22 what I know now, our life would be better off.
It's the show that's changing the world. Now you don't just listen to the show, you live it. Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, it's the Dave Ramsey Show, where debt is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW as the status symbol of choice. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. This is your money, your show, and we're talking about both. The phone number is 888-825-5225. That's 888-825-5225. James starts off this hour in Pensacola, Florida. Hi, James. How are you?
Hi, how you doing, sir?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, I was trying to figure out what's the best way to protect some money I'm coming into. I'm getting $2.1 million, and I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to protect it.
Wow. Where are you getting the 2.1?
From an accident that I had.
Wow.
It was a settlement.
What in the world happened?
Got ran over by an 18-wheeler.
Oh, Lord.
But, yeah, they ran over my car and just ran me completely over, broke my neck, spent 21 days in hospital and 6 months in rehab.
Good Lord. How are you doing now?
Doing better. Still walk with a cane. Have some nerve damage on my left-hand side, my left side and everything.
So you got some ongoing medical you got to take care of out of this?
Yeah, I take about 5 different meds every day to make it and everything.
Yeah, and are you done with work or what?
No, I'm working. They have been really good about fixing to my needs and everything, so which has been good.
What do you do?
I'm an accountant for for a county district.
Good. Cool. Okay. So you can live off of your income plus or minus the medical bills?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. All right. And what are you trying to protect the $2.1 million from?
Well, just any kind of lawsuit. If I got into an accident and I caused it or anything like that.
Yeah, if you're on the other side of this equation. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, ultimately, there's not a place to hide money that is completely protected depending on what it is that someone wanted to sue you for. There are some trust vehicles. You could put it in a revocable trust, and it makes it harder to get to if it's something you did versus something the trust did. Now, whatever you're investing it in inside the trust, let's say you bought a piece of real estate and someone falls down, hurts himself on that piece of real estate, they could sue that trust. That's possible, okay? So you one thing to check into is the possibility of putting some of the money in a revocable trust to the extent you're concerned about that. Okay. I think the bigger thing to do would be immediately buy an umbrella policy, a liability umbrella policy that goes with your home and goes with your car. You should have $500,000 liability on both of those built in if you've got it properly insured. This adds another $1 million on top of that and only costs about $200 a year in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Might be 300, but somewhere right around there. And what that does is, let's say again, there's a car wreck. You got $500,000 on your car policy, and if it was a bad wreck, like the tables were turned, and someone sued you, then the insurance policy would cover you not only for $500,000, but this extra umbrella policy that covers both your house and your cars and your general life for general liability would give another $1 million into the equation. You need to get that immediately. Okay? It's inexpensive and it's a good thing to do. As far as the trust goes, I'm not positive I would do that. Instead, what are you thinking of investing the money in?
I'm contacting one of your ELPs to do mutual funds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you thinking of real estate for any of it?
No, I have had rental property before. I got one now, and I can't take care of it like I used to.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing.
You can have somebody take care of it.
Yeah, but it's where I live at. It's hard to find somebody. It's really hard to find trustworthy people.
Okay. If you don't want to fool with it, that's fine. One thing you can do if that changes, and it doesn't have to change, okay? But one thing you can do if that changes is you could buy a few pieces of real estate in an LLC, a separate company. And so, for instance, I don't put more than $5 million worth of real estate in one LLC. I own a bunch of real estate. And that way, if somebody falls at one of those rental houses and hurts themselves, I've got an umbrella policy, but B, they could only sue that company. Okay. And so in your case, we might change the numbers up and say, if you bought a couple of rental houses in one LLC for $300,000, then that is set aside from you. Okay. And and if something happened at those rental houses, they're not going to come after the rest of the money. They can't.
Oh, okay.
That's a way to separate it out, and that's called risk management by having different entities own some of the things. To the point that today, James, what you're doing is the wealthier you get, the more you do, more sophisticated you get with this. Today, I actually own nothing personally. I don't even own my cars in my name. I don't have anything in my personal name anymore. It's all owned by some kind of a company or some kind of a trust, and it's all split up. So if I have a car wreck, I might be liable for my behavior in the car as a person, but the actual car itself is not owned by me.
Okay.
And so, that's how far I've gone. And other people do that too. I wouldn't suggest you go that crazy at this point because you've not got as big a target on your butt with this. But that's the kind of way that you start to think about having different ownership in things. So 3 things then. If you do real estate later, you do some LLCs and split it up. Number 2, you make sure you get your umbrella policy in place. And then number 3, as you meet with an estate planning attorney, and you need to, and get your wills all done and updated, you ask them about a revocable trust.
Okay.
And you may want to put, do some of this in that. I wouldn't have it all there. It's going to be too much hassle, but at least it limits the size of the target. And that's what you're trying to do to dissuade someone from, falsely coming after you or in reality coming after you. There's nothing you can really do. If the tables were completely turned and you're liable for what happens, they're going to strip out most anything you do.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of things you can do like that that'll be helpful. The biggest thing is the insurance side of it, and it's the most affordable of all the things we've talked about. So, man, I'm sorry you went through this. I'm glad you got a payoff for it, and invest that very, very carefully. And your family tree is completely changed. I know you've gone through a lot of pain, and it's not something you'd trade for a couple million, but wow. If you'll take care of this with some good, solid investing and be conservative and not lose it and not go crazy, and your brother-in-law doesn't get $1 million loan out of you to do something stupid or something, you're gonna be set for life, financially speaking. And I know you've been through hell to get there, though. I'm sorry for all your pain. Thank you for the call, sir. We appreciate you joining us. You can join us if you want to talk. The phone number is 888-825-5225. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Men, have you been going along just to get along? Have you been misunderstood for too long now? Well, finally, it's a show made just for you. The Men's Advocate Show with Linda Gross every Wednesday at 4 p.m. on the station that leaves no listener behind. KCAA 1050 AM.
This is KCAA.
For over 50 years, the Junior University Musical Theater has been a part of the fabric of San Bernardino, and this summer's feature production is The Jungle Book. Take the whole family to the Roosevelt Bowl in Paris Hill for a great musical under the stars. Get your tickets now at junioruniversity.org for The Jungle Book, now through August 1st. And be listening to KCAA 1050 AM for your chance to win tickets to see this family-friendly musical. When you hear the jungle drums, be the fifth caller at 888-KCAA. Be the fifth caller at 888-KCAA for The Jungle Book, now through August 1st.
Here's your Money Minute with Market Wrap host Mo Ansari.
If you follow the markets, you've probably been getting seasick lately. But what if I told you that market volatility can be a good thing? If you're a bargain hunter, this is your coupon. So keep your shopping list handy. If you're a long-term investor with plenty of time before retirement, the money going into your 401k each month will buy more shares when the markets are down. And if you have a good financial plan, you can relax while others worry, because that plan will carry you beyond today's headlines. Of course, you should always consider professional guidance before making any financial decisions. That's your Money Minute. I'm Mo Ansari.
For more tips on investing during market volatility and other investment topics, listen to Market Wrap weekdays at 5 p.m. on this station. For a free consultation with Mo Ansari, call 800-388-9700. That's 800-388-9700.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor. Funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA SIPC.
Are you particular about the vitamins and supplements you take? Have you found that the big chain stores simply don't have what you need? Then you should know about the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. You'll find rock-bottom prices on gourmet, top-quality vitamins and mineral supplements at the Vitamin Center. Get 30% off on all supplements and homeopathic products. All, not just selected merchandise. In addition, you'll find 30% off on all cosmetics, soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, makeup, hair coloring, and lip gloss. And all tea products are discounted 20%. Why go anywhere else? See for yourself at the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills, 5007 Canaan Road in Agora Hills. Or check out the savings and place your order online, VitaminCenterAgoraHills.com. Start saving by getting what you need from the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. And tell a friend that the Vitamin Center ships nationwide. Call 818-707-0005. That's 818-707-0005. The Vitamin Center of Agora Hills.
KCAA 1050 congratulates Jessica of San Bernardino. Just picked up a package of tickets to go see Junior University's Jungle Book this weekend. Congratulations. More opportunities to win tomorrow morning right here, KCAA 1050 AM.
Hi, this is Bob with Real Estate Talk with Bob and Randy. Tune in every Thursday afternoon from 3 until 4 at KCAA Radio 1050, and we will be there to answer your real estate questions, the latest real estate news, and to talk to the leaders of the real estate industry. Our Real Estate Talk, you can find out how to stop your foreclosure, first-time homebuyer information, loan modifications, different kinds of loans you can buy with, short sale strategies, and real estate investing and more. So don't forget, tune in every Thursday afternoon at 3 for Real Estate Talk with Bob and Randy. You'll be glad you did.
Solutions. Stacy and Tiffany are here. Hey, guys, how are you?
Doing well, Dave.
Great.
Welcome, welcome. Where do you guys live?
Carthage, Tennessee.
Fun. Good to have you. And you're here to do the debt-free scream.
Yes, we are.
I love it. And how much have you paid off?
Paid $109,500 in 33 months.
I love it. Very well done. Making what kind of money during that time?
Started at about 114 and went to 148.
Good for you. Nice raise. What happened to the raise?
Well, I changed careers in 2008, and just over time that bumped up, and we were able to take those raises and apply them and pay our house off.
Very cool. So this is your house?
House yes. And everything.
Wow. That's fun. Congratulations. What a great deal. I love it. I love it. I love it. What do you guys do for a living?
I work with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and Tiffany's a paralegal.
Oh, very good. Very good. Okay, so Tiffany, what happened 33 months ago that got you guys started on this journey? Tell me the story.
The Lord provided a great job opportunity for Stacy, and we decided that when he changed jobs, that would be a great opportunity to pay all that extra on our house and become debt-free.
So you got the extra $30,000 or so a year. $35,000 a year.
Yes.
And you say, okay, that's all going at the house, which is about right. So in 3 years, $35,000 pays off 110. So it's just that simple, wasn't it?
Well, he always wanted to pay the house off, but I was pretty content until one day I ran the numbers and figured out we could actually pay the house off. So it was great.
When you saw you could do it, that made it work.
I could do it, yes.
Okay. All right. Fun. So what do you attribute, why did you decide to do this versus, most people just spend the money, right? And why did you guys decide to do this? Why is it important to get your house paid off?
Dave, I have listened to you probably all the way back to the money game in 1992 with Roy Matlock when I was driving to college, and we've lived by your principles. But just that added security of knowing that we could do it, and that if anything happened, that we're free and clear. We don't owe anyone anything, and that if bad circumstances did come, that we could do that. And Tiffany also wants to talk about giving because we feel like that was very important.
Yeah, that's a big deal. So way back 1992, when we started the radio show, a couple hillbillies on the air, that's what we were. And but a seed was planted in a college student's mind way back there. And so fast forward here a couple years, and here you stand with an extra raise, and you go, we're really going to do this now. And it just took that long for the whole thing to unfold, didn't it?
We lived debt-free other than just our house basically for most of our marriage. So just finally decided to attack it.
Cool. And now you don't have any payments in the world. You make $148 a year. And Tiffany, that does change the generosity factor, doesn't it? You can really do some stuff. So what are your favorite kind of things to give to?
We just like to give local to someone that's working hard and that we feel like is really having a hard time. And churches, of course, we're both involved with our church, and mostly just helping people that really need it.
So just catching an individual family or an individual that's needs something to turn the corner on and that kind of thing. And that's cool. Well, I tell you, it's most bang for your buck. It's a lot more hassle to do it that way than it is to do some big giving and that kind of thing through an organization. But boy, I tell you, you really see life change for the generosity when you do it that way.
Yes. So. And we realize, too, that it's not our money, it's the Lord's money, and we're just managing for it. So that makes it a lot different.
Makes it easier to give other people's money away.
It does.
That's right.
Well, you guys are fun. Very well done. And your beautiful daughter's ages and names?
This is Haley on my left. She's 16, and Gracie is 12 on Tiffany's right.
Very cool. Good deal. Well, congratulations, you guys. All right, so when you've lived most of your life debt-free, other than the house, and now you got your home paid for, when people ask you, how did you do that, what do you tell them the keys are?
To me, the key is staying focused. I'm a runner, run a lot of half marathons, and you have to stay focused on that finish line at the end and pace yourself. And that was the hardest part for me, was watching that money go out every month and not being able to see anything. But hopefully in the future we'll be able to see that change. And if we did finish and cross that finish line by paying the house off.
There you go. Very cool. What about you, Stacy?
We just stayed on pace. We had actually a 4-year plan when we started to pay the house off, and Tiffany developed a little spreadsheet that we put on our refrigerator, and people would come in and look at it and laugh and things like that. So it had each month, and we went there together and marked off what we paid each month and just kept a running tally. And then we were able to finally finish that goal, like I said, early in 33 months.
Way to go, guys. Absolutely great story. I love it. I always wondered when I first started in 1992 if I would still be around and get to hear some of these stories 20-something years later. So now here we stand. That's pretty cool. Well, congratulations. It's an honor to meet you guys. I'm proud of you, proud for you, and what you're going to be able to do with this money going forward with God's money is absolutely incredible. So I'm proud. All right, count it down. $110,000 paid off in 33 months, making 114 up to 148. Stacy, Tiffany, Haley, and Gracie, count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1.
We're debt-free! Way to go, you guys. Well done, well done, well done. Boom, just like that. Awesome. Chris is with us in Dallas. Hi, Chris. Welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
How you doing?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, I have the ability to sell the house that I'm living in right now and pay off possibly, if not all my debt and so forth. Would that be a smart move, or do I need to keep the equity and then just try to pay it off?
So your personal home to pay off your debts?
Right.
And how much debt do you have? Not counting your home.
70,000.
Okay. And what's your income, sir? Household income?
Income, my wife is the only one working at the moment, and she's probably making about 66.
Okay. And why are you not working?
Got laid off.
Okay. What did you used to make?
I used to make about 56,000.
Okay. When are you going to go back, do you know?
Been looking for a job, and the market out here hasn't been in good shape at all.
Mm-hmm. In Dallas?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you do?
I'm doing computer work. Work small shops, networking, IT, customer service, anything like that.
Okay. So you actually know how to work on computers?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you're saying that is not going well in Dallas. Come on, Chris, that's just not right.
I've applied for jobs. I applied for security jobs, applied for inventory taking jobs, and still haven't gotten anything.
Yeah. Okay, then we need to think about maybe what you're doing, how you're doing it, because the market is booming in technology all over, certainly in Dallas. I mean, I'm not trying to pick on you. I'm just saying that you've got a huge potential, and I'd like to see you be able to make a ton of money. So you need to think about why it is you're not getting those, and maybe talk through with some friends. Is it the interview process? Is there something else you're doing, or is it the way the resume is set up? Is it the people you're calling, or what's happening in this process that's causing you not land that? Because that's a big part of your equation here. That changes the answer, obviously. If you start making an extra 50 grand or 60 or 70 grand a year, it changes the whole deal. Do you guys like your home?
Sort of yes and no. I mean, it's got some work that needs to be done, so it's sort of like getting rid of an albatross.
Okay. All right. Well, if you want to sell it and move into a rental and that clears up the debt, there's nothing evil about that. That's not a bad thing to do. It's a short-term fix, though, because long-term you're going to want to get back into another property, and obviously that's going to be based on your career and based on your income. And so, that's that we come right back to that side of the equation. So I'd a lot rather see you use this equity to move into another property that you like better and to be able to pay off the debt very quickly by fixing the career situation. And I know you'd like to fix that too, but I'm going to lean on you, brother, and tell you to let's get some coaching and figure out why these interviews aren't landing something, because Dallas market's hot.
This is KCAA.
California headline news. The district attorney in Santa Cruz announces how they plan to prosecute the 15-year-old accused killer of 8-year-old Maddie Middleton.
I'm here to tell you that today charges have been filed against Adrian Jerry Gonzalez and that those charges have been filed as an adult.
DA Jeffrey Rizal says the teen faces charges of murder, sexual assault, and kidnapping. He'll be arraigned tomorrow. Maddie disappeared Sunday. Her body found in a recycle bin Monday night. Congress debating how to change higher education laws so colleges will have to deal with the problem of rampant sexual assault on campus. Testifying to a Senate committee today, University of California President Janet Napolitano said they have to put a yes means yes policy in place.
It really, in a way, shifts the burden so that the survivor isn't the one always trying to explain what happened.
Geico weather, another day of high temperatures around the state. Triple-digit heat up north. Jeff Scott, California News.
I'm Jay Farner with some great news on how you could save an average of $3,000 per year on your mortgage. Call Quicken Loans now at 800-QUICKEN to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. The HARP guidelines have changed. There's less paperwork and often no appraisal required. Call 800-QUICKEN. That's 800-QUICKEN, or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. And MLS number 3030.
You're out for a jog, getting in the zone when...
Ew! Oh, it smells like rotten eggs.
Meanwhile, dirt is swirling in the air, and you hear a hissing noise.
Dude, it's a snake!
No, dude. A hissing sound, swirling dirt, or rotten egg odor can mean there's a natural gas leak. Natural gas lines can be buried anywhere. If you suspect a leak, leave immediately and call 911 and Southwest Gas.
Oh, thanks, deep-voiced narrator.
You're welcome, young person.
Are you particular about the vitamins and supplements you take? Have you found that the big chain stores simply don't have what you need? Then you should know about the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. You'll find rock-bottom prices on gourmet, top-quality vitamins and mineral supplements at the Vitamin Center. Get 30% off on all supplements and homeopathic products. All, not just selected merchandise. In addition, you'll find 30% off on all cosmetics, soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, makeup, hair coloring, and lip gloss. And all tea products are discounted 20%. Why go anywhere else? See for yourself at the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills, 5007 Canaan Road in Agora Hills. Or check out the savings and place your order online, VitaminCenterAgoraHills.com. Start saving by getting what you need from the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. And tell a friend that the Vitamin Center ships nationwide. Call 818-707-0005. That's 818-707-0005. The Vitamin Center of Agora Hills.
Is something driving you crazy? Is someone driving you crazy? There's no one to listen to you? Sure there is. KCAA 1050 is here for you. When something's bugging you, call and rant at 909-353-1050. We know how it feels when you hold back those thoughts, and it's not healthy to keep them inside. You need to get it out. So rant. Call us and you can rant about anything from your husband not putting down the toilet seat to the cost of food at the grocery store to local laws and regulations getting in your way. How about the road work on the freeways? Trying to stay in between those white lines? But which white lines? It's so hard to tell. It's enough to drive you crazy. Oh, but that's my rant. We want to hear from you, and you need someone to listen, so it's your chance. Rant, 909-353-1050. Leave us your rant, and we'll either play it back or we'll read it on the air if you don't want your voice on the radio. But whatever you do, don't hold on to those suppressed thoughts. Rant, rant, rant. Call 909-353-1050 and leave us your rant at the station that leaves no listener behind. KCAA 1050.
It's time for the KCAA Community Calendar, brought to you exclusively by Learn for Life, a growing network of public charter schools. The clear mission of Learn for Life is to motivate and mentor students who have dropped out of school and provide them with the personalized education and technical training necessary to advance their lives.
Here's a look at the KCAA Community Calendar. I'm Di Rice. Experience the West's railway heritage with the largest collection of locomotives, passenger cars, freight cars, and cabooses at the Orange Empire Railway Museum in Paris. Take a ride on the museum's demonstration railway and feel the clickety-clack of street wheels. Hear the train whistles and streetcar bells. Get a grand tour, visit the gift shop, and learn about the West's railway heritage dating back to the 1870s. Trolleys and trains operate every Saturday and Sunday from 11 until 5 p.m., including major holidays. Steam trains run every third Saturday and Sunday of the month, and special events are held throughout the year, including a major annual fall event and a spring rail festival. Make plans to check out the Orange Empire Railway Museum located at South A Street in Paris. Call 951-943-3020 for more information. That's 951-943-3020, or go to oerm.org for the Orange Empire Railway Museum. And that's a look at the community calendar on KCAA 1050 AM.
The KCAA Community Calendar is presented exclusively by Learn for Life, a growing network of public charter schools where students can complete their education on a part-time basis. To find a resource center nearest you, call 1-877-360-LEARN or visit Learn for Life online at learn4life.org.
In May, we had one of the best leadership conferences we've ever done in our lives, and we're going to top it. Yep, next May 22 through 25 of 2016, the Entree Leadership Summit is going to be in Dallas, Texas, at the amazing Omni Dallas Hotel. Now, why would I tell you this almost a year out? Because it's going to sell out any minute. It's ridiculous. This thing is going crazy. Here's why. I'll be speaking and teaching and talking about leadership and about business most of the week. Dr. Henry Cloud will be there from the book Boundaries. Leadership expert Pat Lencioni will be there. Chris Hogan from our team, Christy Wright from our team will be there. But get this, Seth Godin will be speaking at our Entree Leadership Summit. One of the best marketing minds on the planet. The Jim Collins wrote a little book called Good to Great, a couple of other little books. Absolutely, Jim will be there. Seth and Jim are top shelf, the best of the best when it comes to leadership teaching. And we have another person who will be speaking at this event and will be a part of this event. And it sounds like I'm making this up, but I'm not making this up. I hate to say it, but the truth is I can't tell you who it is because of security reasons. I'm under contract. I'm not allowed to say on the radio who it is. But you can go to entreleadership.com or daveramsey.com and go to daveramsey.com/summit, and you can see who our special guest is going to be. It's so silly. They allow us to put it on the website, but I'm not allowed to say it on the radio. So I'm not going to break the rules because people that talking to their sleeves will bother me. So anyway, you'll see what I'm talking about when you go to Entree Leadership or to daveramsey.com/summit 2016. And this is like a bucket list. I mean, Seth Godin, Jim Collins, and this other person. So, wow. Just go look, if nothing else. It's going to blow you away. So, daveramsey.com/summit. Now, first time in the studio since coming back from maternity leave, having grandbaby Amelia. Little Amelia is part of the family. Rachel Cruz is back. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back. Feels like I've missed it here.
Well, good. Good. Well, everybody's happy to have you back, including me. The listeners are happy to have you back. Congratulations. And
thank you.
Are you kind of getting back in the groove of the work thing?
I am, yes.
Okay.
It's, thankfully, I love what I do. So going to work, it's enjoyable, you know, and everyone here on the team is awesome. So I love who I work with. And so it's a good combination. I'll go home at lunch sometimes and see her. I went home today and saw her. She's sweet.
Well, she is. So they were up at the house eating last night, and Amelia rolled over yesterday for the very first time. So, and now she's just
parent
rolling,
milestone.
Yeah, just rolling over and over and over and over. So there you go, a little roly-poly. That's fun. Cool. Hey, guys, we're going to talk about kids and money, of course, with Rachel being on here. And if you have a kids and money question, jump in right now. A question about teaching your kids about money. You can jump in and call in, and in the next segment, we'll take your calls on that. And the phone number is 888-825-5225. All right, Rachel, you now are officially a parent after doing the book Smart Money, Smart Kids. How early are you telling folks that you should start saving money when you find out you're pregnant?
Well, pregnancy and having a newborn, it's more expensive than I thought. I know I was on the show with you when I first found out I was expecting, and you're like, oh, all these people spend so much money on their babies. It's not that expensive. And then I got into it, and it is. I don't know if you forgot. It's been like 20-something years for you. But it is so expensive. And so, I mean, granted, you can control the expenses on a lot of these things, but overall, it's a huge deal, and you're spending a lot of money. So all that to say, I'd say start saving as early as possible. When you find out you're pregnant, start saving, even if you're paying off debt. And that's something that you teach that I think some people would be surprised on, that if you're doing the debt snowball and you find out you're expecting, stop the debt snowball and just put some money away because you need that cash.
Stop your total money makeover, push pause, and then pile up cash just to make sure mainly that labor and delivery and baby and mommy are okay and everybody comes home and there's no financial issue around other more important things. And so you don't want to have any baby issues and be broke. And so pile up cash. You can push play on your debt snowball, on your total money makeover, wherever you are on it again, once baby and mommy are home and safe. So what was so expensive?
Everything.
What?
I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, you go and you do your nursery, and granted, you can control these expenses, right? You can go to Craigslist and you can do all that. But I was just shocked, this world of baby that I entered, everything from a crib. I mean, you can get a $50 crib off Craigslist, but then you could spend literally $1,500 on a crib, which I didn't do, but I just didn't know the range of how much you can spend on a baby. So, I mean, like, that kind of stuff you can control. But really what shocked me, we talked about it a little bit just a second ago, but the medical expenses, the doctor's appointments, our deductible, started over in January in the middle of our pregnancy. So we had to pay it again. And so we just ended up paying more for doctor's visits and hospital bills than we thought we would because we have a high deductible and it started over. And so, that kind of came out. And now, and again, I should have known all of this. I read books, so you would think I would know. But now I take Amelia to the doctor every 2 months for well checkups to make sure everything's going. And then you're paying money there too. It's just the doctor, the medical, that whole thing, I guess, just keeps surprising me. We keep getting bills in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and she's healthy. Yeah. So it's amazing. Now it's a new perspective of people, who don't have healthy children and the expenses that comes with that. I mean, it's unbelievable.
But you can control, you can make choices, certainly in the decor of the nursery, without a doubt. Medical, you can't control.
Right.
Other than you've just got to be prepared for it and that kind of stuff. And depending on your deductible situation and what you're facing there as to how much actual cash is going to come out of pocket for that.
And we have a high deductible, so it's a little different.
You're running a big HSA, and you guys have got the big emergency fund, so you're able to do that.
Yes.
And but just are you caught off guard by stuff like diapers and formula and that kind of stuff?
Yes, just keeping the child alive is expensive. I mean, like, it's just and how short. I know mothers out there, I hope you can empathize with me, because the men listening are probably think I'm crazy, but I mean, even diapers, I'm like, you go through how many a day? And I would buy a little 20 pack of diapers and think that it could last us 2 weeks. We're like, oh, this will be fun. And then 3 days later, I'm like, we need more diapers. So it's just amazing all the stuff that it costs. And I knew going into it, obviously, that things were going to be expensive. It's just, I didn't realize the quantity of everything.
When a young couple's having a baby, the showers and giving them gift cards for things like that is a big deal. It makes a big difference in their budget.
Absolutely. Yeah. We were so thankful that we had some gift cards given to us, and so we were able to use that, and that helped so much. But yeah, it's having a baby.
Other than overdoing the nursery, what's the most absurd thing that you see that can be done with baby?
Well, Rachel now would probably have a different answer than Rachel before baby, because Rachel before baby was all about the cute clothes and all of that, just the sweetness of all the girl clothes. And now Rachel, 3 months after having a baby, she's outgrown basically everything I've bought. And so you just realize how fast that is. So I think
she wore some of that stuff once or not at all.
I know. Yes. It's horrible. All those smock dresses I bought, it's done. So that was shocking. And I was pretty conservative. I mean, I didn't go too crazy. And so I know people that is an absurd world, even the designer baby clothes. I mean, all of that. I mean, if you have the money and that's what you value and you choose to spend your money there, that's fine, I guess. But it's just crazy.
But you can't put that under the category of necessity.
No.
It's definitely just it's a luxury.
It's a want. Yes.
It's definitely the luxury side of things.
Absolutely.
So, Rachel Cruz joining us, talking baby expenses from personal experience now, and author of the book with me, #1 New York Times bestseller, Teaching Your Kids How to Handle Money. Smart Money, Smart Kids is the book, and you can learn more about Smart Money, Smart Kids if you hang on for this next segment. If you got a question about raising kids and teaching them about money and what you can do to do that, well, dial in. The number's 888-825-5225. You can follow Rachel at rachelcruz.com. You can follow her at Rachel Cruz on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram as well. And we'll be back with a little bit more discussion about teaching your kids about money and raising kids and the money side of that. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
Men, have you been going along just to get along? Have you been misunderstood for too long now? Well, finally, it's a show made just for you. The Men's Advocate Show with Linda Gross every Wednesday at 4 p.m. on the station that leaves no listener behind. KCAA 1050 AM.
This is KCAA.
Are you particular about the vitamins and supplements you take? Have you found that the big chain stores simply don't have what you need? Then you should know about the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. You'll find rock-bottom prices on gourmet, top-quality vitamins and mineral supplements at the Vitamin Center. Get 30% off on all supplements and homeopathic products. All, not just selected merchandise. In addition, you'll find 30% off on all cosmetics, soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, makeup, hair coloring, and lip gloss. And all tea products are discounted 20%. Why go anywhere else? See for yourself at the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills, 5007 Canaan Road in Agora Hills. Or check out the savings and place your order online, VitaminCenterAgoraHills.com. Start saving by getting what you need from the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. And tell a friend that the Vitamin Center ships nationwide. Call 818-707-0005. That's 818-707-0005. The Vitamin Center of Agora Hills.
America's pop culture entertainment show is here each week on KCAA. Hi, this is Douglas Viviani together with
David Cohen.
Join us each Saturday at 2 for Everything Old is New Again, where we take a nostalgic look at the future.
We're making listening to the radio fun again. Each week, we revisit the entertainment and pop culture of yesterday and juxtapose it to today.
Just picture two guys sitting at a bar arguing over which is the best Disney princess, or what's the best TV sitcom of all time?
Or even, is The Walking Dead better than The Night of the Living Dead? Is baseball still America's pastime? Is competitive eating a sport? The topics are endless fun and include TV, movies, music, and much more.
But be forewarned, we're going to start the arguments you're going to love to have.
Everything Old is New Again, Saturday at 2, right here on CNBC KCAA 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.
It's time for some delicious food at Pizza Dilly. Pizza Dilly Pizza in Colton, home of the famous 2-foot pizza with 32 slices of simply the best delicious Pizza Dilly mouth-watering pizza. Pizza Dilly has all kinds of lunch specials Monday through Friday, starting at $3.99, all delicious. Stop by, refresh, refuel, have a cold drink, enjoy a tasty salad or a great specialty Dillylicious sub sandwich, or simply Dilly-lightful Pizza Dilly wings. Pizza Dilly is also People Dilly because your friends are all already there enjoying one of Pizza Dilly's giant screens, watching one of their favorite teams, and if you love the Dodgers, you'll love Pizza Dilly, your hometown Dodger station, all year round. Come on in, enjoy a great pizza, enjoy Pizza Dilly, the real Dilly deal at 194 East Valley Boulevard in Colton, or call 909-370-0242. Once again, that's 909-370-0242.
It's America's entertainment pop culture show, and it's here on KCAA. Hi, this is David Cohen, along with
Douglas Viviani.
Join us for Everything Old is New Again, Saturdays at 2 o'clock on CNBC KCAA 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.
My guest this half hour, my daughter Rachel Cruz, who wrote the book with me, Smart Money, Smart Kids, Teaching Your Kids how to be money smart so that when they're grown, they leave. Rachel will be speaking with me. She'll be one of the top drawer speakers at the SMART Conference. Now, if you've not heard about the SMART Conference, it is the best. Imagine spending a day in a room listening to Dr. Henry Cloud, New York Times bestselling author of book Boundaries, or one of the top marriage speakers and teachers in the world, Dr. Les Parrott. Les is incredible. My favorite parenting person out there, Dr. Meg Meeker. Strong fathers, strong daughters. Rachel Cruz will be there speaking on money. Again, #1 New York Times bestselling author. Comedian Michael Jr. will be there, and he is good, you guys. Not only is he funny, but he's great in a setting like this. Chris Hogan will be speaking and teaching about retiring inspired. Christy Wright will be doing a talk, and so will Chris Brown. And, of course, I'll be speaking. This is an incredible lineup. It's like a who's who in the world. If you want to fix your marriage, your parenting, your money, your boundaries, and set your retirement up, everything here. Everything. We're going to do 2 of them in the fall. October 17th, we'll be at Phoenix. October 24th, we will be in Denver. If you want tickets, and let me just tell you, Phoenix is, I looked at it this morning, it's like 70% sold out already. It's the fastest selling SMART conference we've ever had. Denver's right on its heels. So if you want tickets, do not think you can wait up until October to get them. They're going to be gone. Go to DaveRamsey.com, look at the SMART Conference, and it's Phoenix and Denver. And you can call customer care if you want at 888-22-PEACE, 888-227-3223. Rachel, you ready to take some calls?
Absolutely, yes.
All right. Linda is with us from Lake of the Ozarks. Hey, Linda, your question for Rachel.
Hi, Rach. Here's my question. I have a stepdaughter who's 14 years old. She now has her first job, and our rule of the house is 20% goes into savings. She believes 100% it's her money. She earned it, and that we shouldn't have that rule and make her put anything into savings. Of course, she's going to be, because that's the rule. But I want to know, is 20%, is that enough, or what should it be? And where and when should we introduce the part to give?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would say, the percentages, I personally don't get hung up on. Dave, I don't know if you have a different opinion, but the percentages for me, I don't really get that hung up on, because I want her to be able to do all 3 things with money, and you name them all: give, save, and spend. And so implementing giving needs to be right now, implementing savings needs to be right now, and implementing some spending and letting her have some fun with her money right now. And you have the right attitude. I mean, the way you're talking is exactly right, because you know that you are the parent and she is the child. And in her mind, this is what she thinks is best, but that's part of, being a teenager, is that she doesn't know everything. And you as the parent are much wiser than her. And so you are guiding her and equipping her down a great road by teaching her all 3 things, which is what she needs to do. Because if she doesn't learn to save at 16, what's going to make her save at 26? And so building that savings muscle, if you will help her so much in the real world. And I was more like her, I'll say. She sounds a little feisty, and that was probably me too.
Yeah.
And I was a natural spender, so saving money was something that was so hard for me to do. But I look back, and I'm so thankful Mom and Dad made us save. They made us save up for things like our car. We had to pay for half of our car, so we had savings goals. And I'm so thankful, because now I'm still a natural spender, but I understand the importance of savings, and that's the foundation, of how I live my life now, that I know to save first before anything else, or give and save, and then I spend. And so that was all because of what my parents taught me. So you sound like you're doing great.
Well, so at what point do you, okay, let's take part of it, and do you take part of it from the savings, or do you take it from what she's earned and say, okay, now this is how much we're going to start to give?
Mm-hmm. I would take it out of her income. I would say every dollar that comes in the house, you should, because you should always save some of it, you should always give some of it, and you should always spend some of it. And so I would start now. And if you want to reduce the amount you're forcing her to save, because I'm with Rachel, the amount doesn't matter as much as you're trying to form a habit.
Okay.
And so I want her to get drilled into her little brain that saving and giving is part of the equation, as well as spending. And so now what we did too, and you're right to take control and explain to her that these are the rules. Now, when I was discussing things with a 15-year-old, I discovered that in each 15-year-old's body or 14-year-old's body lives two persons, a 4-year-old and a 34-year-old. And I would just ask them, which one am I talking to? Because if I'm talking to the 4-year-old, I'm going to act accordingly, and I'm just going to tell you what to do, and you're going to do it. If I'm talking to the 34-year-old, I'll explain to you why I'm doing this and why you're doing it, and you'll see the benefit of that as a mature person. And the why in this case is you have this exact same discussion with her. Honey, it's my job to make sure you evolve the rest of the way into a full-grown adult. And part of that is to make sure you brush your teeth. Part of that is to make sure you drive the car carefully and don't kill yourself. Part of that is to make sure you bathe and you study and get decent grades. Part of that is to make sure you know how to give, you know how to save, and you know how to wisely spend. And so the fact that you have a job is a teaching tool for you. It's not a reality. This money is not going to change your life one way or the other. But the habits that you learn through handling this money will change your life, darling. And so I'm going to ensure, because I love you so much, that you have these habits. And you will either choose to embrace that as a young adult, or I will make you do it.
Okay.
And that's because I love you.
Yeah.
And,
well, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate the call. Good questions. It's good questions. That comes up a lot with teenagers. It's my money, and there's a portion of our culture that is just abdicated, and that lady's a strong mom, strong stepmom, I think she said, but abdicated to the child and has just said, well, yeah, I can't tell her what to do. I mean, she's 14. She makes her own money. I guess she could buy drugs with it. You know, I mean, she could buy Quaaludes and come in the house with LSD. You know, I mean, it's just, you know, I mean, if you can't tell them what to do, how can you tell them what to do? Where's the boundary?
Yeah.
Of course you can tell them what to do.
Yeah.
It's your house. You know, they're your children. They're your responsibility. And as long as they live under your roof, they get to go by your rules. If they want to make their own rules, then they have to live somewhere else. And at 14, that's not really an option, so you're going to do this. And you don't get to own money. You know, it's a good place, too, to introduce the idea of stewardship, that even I don't own money.
Right.
I'm managing it for God.
Yeah.
And you don't own this money, and I don't own this money. You're managing it for God. And it's part of your faith walk if you're a household of faith. You can weave that into this answer as well, couldn't you?
Yeah, because the ownership, that word seems so tight-fisted. You know, I own it. It's mine, 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 mine. And usually people with that mentality, it's harder to give and harder to save because it's so wrapped up into me, me, me. And when you open that hand and you open the mindset that, yeah, it's not mine, I'm managing it for God, then it changes the equation.
Absolutely. Very cool stuff.
And I think, I'm not a parenting expert by any means. I've been a parent for about 3 months. But I do feel like, and growing up too, remembering there is safety in boundaries. I think kids, that they hate it sometimes, and I'm sure it's frustrating. And I know I was probably frustrated with rules you guys set, but when you set rules, you know, it lets them bump up against something, and there's safety in that. It gives them confidence on what they can do. You're giving them guardrails, and so when they push back, yeah, that's going to be natural and it's going to happen. But I think overall, when you have a parent who is strong and gives you boundaries, it's very loving, and you feel very protected, even though you may not be able to verbalize that at 15.
Yeah, well, you probably couldn't find a verb at 15 to even talk about that.
Oh, my gosh. Thank goodness that I love teenagers in the world and help them with money, because gosh. Oh, man.
Go with the Mark Twain version. Put them in a barrel, feed them through the hole. At 15, stop up the hole. Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
I'll spoil the grandkids, though, so here we go.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, there we go. They'll have no boundaries at Papa Dave's house, unless Mimi gives them. All right. Rachel Cruz, my guest this half hour. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Appreciate it. Good to have you back. That puts this hour of the Dave Ramsey Show in the books.
Art Bell is back, and he's coming to KCAA.
There are a lot of people who think that we are Martians, that there's a strong possibility that we are Martians. That's why I said us. No, I'm serious. There was a civilization on Mars. That might have been us or our ancestors.
Nobody is more